basically, you can see that I put up the line group on the screen. For the purpose of your presentation, this class, my class for this all English class, since it's all English, our purpose is to help you listen to more English and more importantly, express yourself in English. So, and my class is a flipped classroom. I don't know if you have heard of this before. 翻转教室. 翻转教室 means we flip things over. The roles will flipped, will exchange. For example, usually in a classroom, who speaks the most? Teacher, right? What about flipping? Who speaks the most in flipped classroom? Students. You guys. So you guys are going to come up and speak. I'm just going to sit there and chill, okay? And but you don't have your PowerPoint slide with you, right? Because I haven't even given you the topic. So I want you to find a group of 2 to 3, and you can discuss. You can do it with your friends, and you can do it individually too. If you're like me, you don't like to cooperate with anybody, you can choose to do it on your own. But I think cooperation really is better. You know, you can just do half of the job, right? Each prepare for some. I want you to find one current international news. If I say news, meaning is smaller or more particular than an issue. An issue is big. An issue talk about a problem of a long term. But international news or events, some things that happened, okay, on certain dates, so that's shorter. So before we talk about the long trend, I want to see what you guys think now, right now, before you enter into this class, before I enter into my content. I want to know what's in your mind about international news. You know, in your perspective, from your eyes, what international news do you think is interesting or important to you? All right, so you can find one. I'll give you some time. We are not going to do UN SDG right here. We did it on the first week. So we have 3 students did it. We don't want to repeat that. You find one international news and kind of report to us. But we want to have a visual aid. You know visual aid? There's something to look at. Something to look at. So before you come up and introduce to us some international news that are important to us, maybe we want to we want to look at something. Maybe pictures, maybe graphs, maybe tables, or maybe words, right? Anything you want to put on a presentation slide. If you have to do a presentation, you just do a screenshot from your cell phone. 电那个手机截图 and then post it here. So when you come up, just go there and click on your picture and you begin to present. All right? Okay, now let's do this. I'll give you like something like 15 minutes. I think 15 minutes is quite enough. 15 minutes to come up here to prepare for that presentation. What I want is a piece of international news that you think is important. International news. And everybody get to speak for only 1 minute. So you don't have to prepare too much. You want to and just speak in easy English. My standard for good English is understandable. If you say something in English and we understand, then that's good English. Okay? It doesn't have to be hard. If you say a lot of very difficult words and we don't understand anything, although they are big words, very, very academic, that's bad English because nobody understands. So just use easy English that you can handle and tell us what the news is talking about and what you think about the news, okay? So I'm going to set the time for 15 minutes for you to prepare. And you guys now you can begin to get into groups. If you get into groups, you do it together. Each talk a little bit about one thing, all right? All right, any questions on that? On the assignment we're doing? No? Okay. Okay, good. And I know if we really still do have any questions, I'm just right here. Just raise your hand and I'll come over. All right, thank you. So I'm going to set the time, 15 minutes. And here on the screen, you can see we're counting down. So in 15 minutes, before the countdown, you want to post the pictures on the line group. You need to post pictures on the line group. Everybody only have around 1 minute. You don't have a lot to say, so don't prepare too much. And please, please, please do not read. Do not read it from something because that's most difficult to understand. You digest it, 消化一下, and use very simple English to let us know. Okay? Questions? Questions? Are you? Okay.
So what group one use?
Yes, one topic.
Oh, okay.
If you want to use different news, we're not in a group. It's okay, it's up to you. You can do it independently. But if you want to do it in a group, of course it's one topic. All right, we'll have five minutes left, and we already see maybe 5 to 6 pictures, screenshots. Sorry, already see screenshots on our group already, meaning maybe 5 of you already. Okay. So, only 5 minutes left. If you have any screenshots you want to post, please post it now. Please use easy English, no big words, never read from a script. Reading from a script, really, we don't understand. Not many more. We still have maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, just 5 more here. We need more pictures. Who posted this picture of Taiwan's frontline troops? Can we show hands? Okay, you guys. Sean, that's Sean and Barry. Is that correct? Okay. Because I think our time is almost up. Yeah, it's already up. Why is there no sound? Okay. Anyway. Never mind. Okay, if you're not ready yet, you don't have your picture yet, please work on it right now. Now we're going to start with Barry and Sean. This is Barry and Sean, and they posted the first screenshot. So they posted the first screenshot. We call this screen your cell phone screen shots. Shots is like in the old time when camera was like first invented. People think you're shooting them. People think taking pictures, somebody shooting them and getting your soul out. So people were afraid of that. So call it shot. It's just a picture, screenshot. I want you to continue to post your screenshot if you haven't do so. And we want to begin with Barry and Sean. And also one thing very important, let me introduce myself. My name is Cai Ling, fairly easy to remember, right? That's why a lot of people privately call me Jolene. I know that, so it's okay. But my name is actually Lin Cai. And please call me just Lin or Miss Cai. Or if you want to get very good grade, call me Professor Cai. No, I'm just kidding. But usually in universities and college in America, people just call their professor by the name, or Mr. or Mrs. or Professor. Please never say Teacher Cai. It's like in a kindergarten kind of thing, okay? Teacher, and don't address me like teacher. Call me teacher Lin. No, we're grown adults. And after introducing myself, I would ask you to also introduce yourself, not really giving a lengthy speech, just say your name. So we call that, please identify. Use this word, identify. Identify is the word ID. If somebody says ID, it's short for identify. Identify yourself. Okay, so usually in international, I forgot I have microphones. I can use microphones. In international conferences or global events, international conferences or meetings, international meetings, when it comes to Q&A time, usually if you raise your hand and the microphone, if somebody will run to you and give you microphone, and usually the moderator is like somebody who preside over a meeting or workshop. The moderator will ask you to please identify yourself at the microphone. Okay, so I would like you all to do so. Identify yourself at the microphone, which just means when you get the microphone, first say, "Good morning, my name is so and so." And that's all. You don't have to say more. And you don't have to introduce others. Let them identify themselves. Okay? So Barry and Sean, they've done this in the first week. They talk about UNSDG, right? So before they fall asleep, Barry look very sleepy. Let's get them up here and do their presentation. And we'll have our TA, Jasmine, to count the time for you. 1 minute. It's going to be very short. It's actually going to be shorter than you think. So when it comes to 1 minute, it rings. If they are not finished yet, you count it again. So we have the second minute. Otherwise, they'll go on and on. Okay. Please give a big round of applause. Welcome Sean and Barry up here. This is not a big round of applause. Come on. I can't do it because I'm having a microphone. Am I blocking your feet?
Gary, and today our news topic is talking about Taiwan's frontline troops on Mars who complains of food shortage.
Can you please speak a little slower?
Okay.
Because it's because of the mask.
Okay.
So it tends to be not very clear. So you're buried.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
So as you can see, this picture was taken in Matsu, and the words are basically talking about the soldiers are complaints, the food, they only got canned food to eat, and they only had canned foods, but without meat option to eat. And the resident in Matsu also say that people in Taiwan now complains about the egg prices, but to them that is a custom because the food prices in there are always high because of the transport cost and the transport cost. Transport cost.
Transport cost.
Yeah, and the the mayor of Juguang Township.
Okay, that's 1 minute.
Okay.
So I'll give you a little more time so that.
The mayor of Juguang Township also confirmed that the food shortage is due to the transport costs are getting higher, and also and that's the reason why they are short of food.
Good. Good round of applause.
Hi everyone, my name is Sean and I'm from the English department. And a soldier who is stationed in the Matsu posted something on Facebook group that says that the cargo ship that sends supplies to them have been not operational since last month, and they said that they felt the pride of food and the sense of abandonment by the government. And the Kuomintang legislator Chen Xuesun said that the Ministry of National Defense should take measures to ensure that these soldiers in Matsu gets food supplies. That's all.
Okay. Good job. That's not 1 minute, almost 1 minute. Okay, good. That's about a good length of thank you very much. And also in our presentation, we're looking for more interaction. If when anyone is making, is sharing, including myself, you are very, very, very welcome to raise your hand and say something. Say, sorry, I don't agree with this, or excuse me, I think I have some different opinion about this, anything like that. We encourage everybody to challenge everybody. That's for the sake of practicing, okay? So don't see it as an attack on anybody. Okay, so what about the next picture? So this is basically talking about somebody see a picture and people are writing on the same, saying that there's food shortage, not enough food in Matsu. Does anyone here have relatives from Matsu? Show your hand. Nobody, right? So I don't know if it's true or not. But transportation fee. I think Barry talked about transportation fee has gone up. And this has been true for a long time already. Do you agree? Do you all know that transportation fee has gone up for a long time? Do you know that in the whole world, the transportation industry has been very different in the past almost 1 or 2 years? Do you know why? No? Nobody knows why? So we're going to talk about this because this is connected. Although it looks like something happened in Matsu, but it is actually connected to very important international issues. I want to give you just 30 seconds again. Anybody want to talk about this? Did you know anything about transportation industry recently? And it has to do with global and international situations in the past few years. Really big things. Anybody? You want to say something? No? Anybody? You have not heard? You have not heard that people working for transportation companies get the year-end bonus of 30 months. Have you not heard of that? Yeah, 长荣的年终奖金30个月。Because the transportation industry has been making a lot of money in the past few years. And another company, I forgot which company, they just get how much? Just a little bit of money. So they're so angry they protest against it. Because they're seeing Evergreen giving 30 months of salary as year-end bonus. How much is that? Just say you earn $30,000 a month. 一个月你赚3万块 $30,000. How much is 30 months? 3万乘以30 90. You just your year-end bonus 年终奖金高咋办？年终奖金90万。Because the transportation industry has been very, very different in the past few years. This is a big issue. And it's hidden here because they mentioned it a little bit about it. Because it's global, transportation fee has gone on, it's a global phenomenon. So of course, it's the same for Matsu. And it's the same here for everybody. If you see things, the prices has gone up. Have you feel the prices gone up yet? Everybody? You don't feel prices gone up? There's no lack of eggs. Did you get eggs? Do you have problem getting eggs? No? Yeah, I don't know. A lot of people say Taiwanese have no eggs to eat because of trade that much. But show hands if you really see the shortage of eggs. 你真的本人看到缺蛋的请举手。We have one. Yeah. So it is true there's a shortage of eggs, but not that serious. Because most of us still get eggs to eat. So again, I want to say is nowadays there are many misinformation or disinformation. Have you heard of these words? Raise your hand if you have heard of it. Yes, your name is. And your name is.
My name.
Please identify yourself.
English.
English. Sorry.
Jordan.
Jordan. Hi, Jordan.
Hi.
Jordan. I forgot what the question was. What was it? Yeah. You want to talk about misinformation? What is misinformation?
No.
These are important words.
I just read it in.
What? Sorry? I didn't get you. Misinformation? Because I asked if you have heard of misinformation. Oh, this is not important. We all know this. Whoops. It's break time. So let me just write the words. Miss, this, that is information. And, oh, by the way, before I let you have a break, I forgot to, these are new words, 这是新的新闻字眼. Very important, you gotta know, very important. Misinformation, we know also information, misinformation and disinformation. And by the way, I forgot to mention that my job, my profession is an interpreter, was a Korean. So for an interpreter, trying to learn or collect all the new terms are very important, and also how to translate them are very important. We're going to go back, come back and talk a little bit about misinformation or disinformation. And during the break time, if you're interested, you can just check your Google about disinformation and misinformation. Okay, and now let's have a 10 minutes break now. Okay, guys. Before we let everybody else present their news, I'd like to first, I wrote it here. First, pick up at where we left, okay? We were talking about misinformation misinformation and disinformation. And these are very, very hot words. It's actually selected as 年度最行字 in certain years. I don't remember when, 2018 or something, or much earlier than this. So can anyone show hands and tell me anything about this? It doesn't matter how you answer this question. Tell me what you know about this. Anybody? Okay, how about Jimmy? Jimmy, can you raise your hand? Jimmy. 胡恒嘉 Jimmy, yeah. So what's misinformation and what's disinformation? Or what do you know about them? You don't know that word? Never heard of it? Okay. How about Jordan? It's so easy to remember, so don't pick a name that's very easy to remember if you don't want to call out all the time. Jordan, I'm sure you're going to be asked many times this semester. Wait. Everybody want to hear you. Hello?
I think this information is caused by too much information in the internet, so
people like what? You didn't finish your sentence. Disinformation is
false information.
False information, right? False information.
Hello?
Actually, right. Yeah. Yeah, get
okay.
it closer. Yeah.
Okay.
We're all wearing masks. Don't worry. You can just kiss it. It's okay. Yeah, very good. They are all wrong. What did you say? False.
False information.
False information. Very good. And this is your friend. He's laughing very happily. What is his name?
Marcel.
He's Marcel. Ko Heng Rong. Marcel. Okay, Marcel. You can give the microphone to Marcel. He's so excited. I want him to say something. Yeah,
I think misinformation is like the false information that spreads so fast. That's it.
Yeah, misinformation is like false information that spreads so fast. Okay, good. You can hand the microphone to anyone and tell them to answer. What is his name? His name is?
Your name.
Joe Fast.
What is your name?
Joe Fast.
Joe Fast. Your Chinese name, please.
Joe Fast.
Joe Fast. Oh, Joe Fast. Oh, I see it. Joe Fast. Okay, tell me about it. When I look at your guys' writing, I know you are not from Taiwan. Your English writing. Where do you guys come from? It looks like American kids writing.
Indonesia.
Indonesia. Okay. We would like to welcome Indonesian students. Thank you very much. You know, I've been criticized every semester for saying, because in my syllabus I say, I offer this class for international students and Taiwanese students to discuss together. And every year the reviewer asks me, where is your international students? So I'm sorry, they're not coming. So thank you for maybe allowing me to be, for maybe the second time, to have some international students. Yes, they're false information. And anything you want to talk about?
So misinformation is, just like they said, it's false information, and probably someone is trying to make it to get a benefit from it, or
Can
probably.
you repeat that again?
Oh,
It's very important.
so it's
Probably.
a false information that can be made by someone to gain some benefits.
Made by someone, so intentionally, right?
Yeah, intentionally.
Right. Intentionally. Yeah, very good. Okay. Thank you. So you can give the microphone back to me and other people. Yeah, this girl can relax for a while. But I don't think you're gonna escape. Okay, very good. Miss and this are both bad words. It's miss 就是假的 This is even worse. No, miss is wrong. Miss something is wrong. It's not correct. But this is intentionally. So actually, there's words that Mr. Trump say a lot. He said what? Fake. You know, President Trump. You guys never read news, right? You guys never read news. Fake news. Mr. Trump, President Trump, 川普先生, in every press conference, when he hears CNN or New York Times, he hates them. He will say, "You're from CNN, fake news. Sit down, shut up." He will say, I'm sorry, I'm not referring to him. He will say that fake news, 假新闻. Okay, so actually, if you really want to differentiate the two, this is like, it's false, it's not true, misinformation. But we are not saying somebody intentionally did make it. But when you say disinformation, this, meaning someone intentionally spread the wrong news to get to what they want. Okay, and say, anyway, it's, you gotta know that there's a difference and you better know how to translate them. It's very important. And I'm going to give you 2 links later that talk about misinformation and disinformation. Because now we're facing so many fake news, so many misinformation and disinformation. Okay, let's go to the next. This is only the first picture. Let's hurry up. Everybody only got 1 minute, okay? So, whose picture is this? Hi, see? Very quickly, it's your turn. Okay, let's give our Indonesian friends a big round of applause. And please speak a little slower, because everybody's comprehension is not very strong. Who's going to go first? Okay. Speak slower. And when you make presentation, please remember, don't block the view. You know, you have words on your forehead. Maybe it's Panasonic, or in this case, gun. So you want to go. You don't want to stand here. You want to stand there, or here, or here. If you stand there, you're going to have a mass shooting on your forehead. Okay? So also I need you to identify yourself. And you better be fast, but don't speak fast. 1 minute. Okay, go ahead, please. Identify yourself.
So good morning, my name is Marcel. So as you can see,
Your name is
Marcel.
Marcel.
From our topic is one nation under gun violence. The United States has now surpassed 100 mass shootings in 2023. 2023. Like, so the America has surpassed 100 mass shooting in 2023.
Can you explain to everybody what's mass shooting?
How to explain?
Mass shooting, just give an example.
Like, it's like a lot of shooting.
Oh,
Like they shoot.
give an example. For example, which
Like
they go to
strangers
They
with
go-
guns
where? They got
like-
guns. They go to where?
go to school or store
Schools or stores, and then
and shoot them with a
shoot who?
shoot anybody.
Yeah. Shoot almost everybody.
Plus the
They go to schools. They go to churches, right, or mosque, or temples, and then and concert, and musical concerts, and just shoot everybody, and then shoot themselves. I don't know why 100 in 2023. Wow.
It's only in the early of March.
Yeah, you
It
know,
is possible.
which Which year is this year, everybody? This is 2023, right?
That's right.
Today is March which day? 7. Only 3 months, 100 mass shootings. Terrible, okay?